All right, welcome to Two Guys One Take. My name is Noah, and that is Turner. And guys, Turner is back from his excursion to other countries. Turner, tell the people where you were and how it was.
I was in Bali, which is Indonesia, if you don't know. Um, Tropical place, raining season, a lot of floods. I wasn't in any of the floods, thankfully. The
Blessed.
first place we were at, as soon as we left, started flooding. Um,
Damn,
but yeah,
guardian
probably
angel
was
looking
my
over you.
favorite place I've ever been to,
What
which is
was
crazy.
what was the biggest highlight? Give the people a little insight.
Everyone was really nice. The food was awesome. There was a lot of fruit. It was really cheap. Like,
Once you get there,
um, yeah, like $100 US is 1.6 million rupees.
holy shit,
Yeah,
dude,
it
you were a
was
millionaire.
awesome. Yeah, like I bought a coffee every day for $3.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Damn, Seattle should
which in
try that.
in America it'd be like 12.
Yeah, if I go get a coffee in Seattle from like a coffee shop, I'm paying close to $10 for like a pretty
Yeah,
simple
and you're
coffee.
fine with it. It's a good deal, actually.
I'm honestly just like, yeah, thanks for making my coffee. Thanks. Oh, do you want me to tip you too? Sure. Will
Fuck.
do.
Because if I don't tip you, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, and I live above the building, so I kind of have to
Hmm.
tip you. I'm gonna see you a lot.
That's the one thing I loved about Bali too is you would tip them and they'd be like, "What? No, you take it back." I'm
No,
like, no, it's
do you
for you.
realize? Do you realize you just gave me money for nothing?
And it's awesome because like you would tip them because they give you like $100,000. Those are like 20s, I guess. So you tip
Yeah,
them $100,000. I just love thinking about that.
you should have posted that on Instagram. Like just blessing people out here in Indonesia.
Money spread. At one point, we did have like it was like
Yeah,
3 mil, I think.
yeah. That sounds awesome. I've never
No, it
really
was awesome.
left the country. I've only been to Mexico in
No,
terms of like
you
leaving the country.
you got to go to Bali.
Everybody
And there's
listening
like
to this, go to Bali.
no rules too. I mean, it's like dirty in some spots, but where isn't like
Well, yeah, I
anywhere
mean,
in the world?
yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean it's
yeah,
dirty in Seattle.
yeah. So you're from Chicago, but no,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
kidding. I'm
there's parts
kidding.
of Chicago that are pretty dirty. I mean, you walk around Chicago, you'll probably see some worse shit than Indonesia, I would
That
say.
is at least you're not. I didn't see any needles,
That's good.
and I know going to Seattle, I see at least one or two
I've
every
seen
time.
I've seen human shit at the train station. So, you know, there's uh there's bad parts about every country.
And Seattle too. Um,
That
but yeah, great place. I recommend.
sounds
Australia.
fantastic. Just
I'm
okay.
still kind of.
You're on the fence about Australia? I've only ever heard good things about Australia, so fill me
I've
in.
been to Australia twice now, and I was
Okay.
like, eh,
Hashtag
it's
blessed.
expensive. So I guess I was kind
Yeah,
of yeah,
pricey. Okay.
yeah. And coming from Bali back to Australia, I was like, eh. So it was kind
Yeah.
of yeah, like
I would like to go to New Zealand, which is very close to Australia, I think, right?
I really want to go to New Zealand. I've heard really good
Okay.
things
I
about New
really would
Zealand.
like to go there. I've heard it's really fun.
Yeah, but I've been to. I guess I've just been to Melbourne both times. I mean, cool. It's like flat. It's
Yeah.
like Kansas.
Oh, okay. Kansas. Yeah. Well, speaking of Kansas, the Chiefs are moving to Kansas. What a transition.
Very good transition.
Yeah. Speaking of Kansas, the Chiefs are moving to Kansas. We were texting about this because it's just really funny that the governor of Kansas was like, now Kansas will be a meeting spot for people all around the world for sporting events and concerts. And I was like, yeah, it's still Kansas, so I don't really know about all that, but
It was so
congratulations.
funny because I texted you thinking I was like, damn, they're moving, and you're like, no, they're not really moving. Same city.
It's
And I'm
just
like,
same
oh,
city,
okay.
just other side of the border. It's Kansas City is really weird. Like I've been to Kansas City quite a bit because I'm from Illinois, and it's very easy drive to Kansas City, like maybe 4 hours. And so I would drive over to Kansas City, been to like Royals games and stuff. It's a fun city, but it's weird because when you get there, you're like, wait, I'm not in Kansas, and then you're like, oh, now I'm in Kansas, and like the like maybe some Kansas City locals, if you're tuning into the pod, can correct me. But what I remember from going to Kansas City is that the Kansas side of the state was like shit. It was like awful.
Oh,
It was like the industrial side, and like there wasn't a lot going
that was
on
my
over
next
there.
question. I was like, so
Yeah.
what's the difference there?
No, the Missouri side is like where like the downtown is. It's where Arrowhead is. It's where like all the fun stuff is. Um, I went to an absolutely fantastic water park there when I was 15. Um,
Wow.
so shout out to that place. Can't remember what it was called, but I fucking love me a big water slide, so it was fun. And
Damn.
then, so yeah, I haven't been to Bali, but I have been to like Wild Waves in Kansas City, and that was sick. Uh, and so, yeah, so the Kansas side is like a little different. It's not like the nice side. If you think about like a city, it's like split up one or two
Is there like a
sides.
river that divides it?
I
Or
can't remember,
just
to be honest.
wow.
I just remember like we were driving and we were like, "Oh, welcome to Kansas," and I was like, "Wait, we haven't been in Kansas this whole time." Like I used to always think that when I would go. Uh,
Damn.
and
See, they
so
needed
yeah,
some sort of line.
I know it's really just that sign that's like, "Hey, you're in Kansas now," and I was like, "Okay." But Kansas and Missouri, I mean, there's really not much difference. It's just a big flat, you know. Um, you can sit on your porch and watch your dog run away for like 2 weeks. It's that flat. You just,
So like downfall for the Chiefs now? I mean, in more
I
than one
don't
way.
love the move. I mostly just don't love like, I mean, I won't get on like a tangent about this, but like, I just kind of, I mean,
You just
every
hate
owner.
Kansas.
Well, I hate
Uh-oh.
Kansas, but every owner also like does this thing where they're like, yeah, we're like they just try and get like they don't want to pay for the stadium. Like they don't obviously it's a lot of money, but like these are the same people that like are like, yeah, you got to pull your bootstraps up and work, okay? And then when they want a stadium, they're like, please give me the money for the stadium from the taxes, please. And so
See.
Kansas, of course, is like, oh sure, we'll just screw over our residents who are probably never going to be able to go to a game. We'll just make them pay for it. So I just don't like that. But also the audacity of Kansas to be like, we are now going to be a world destination. I honestly just hope it fails because of that. I don't like the state of Kansas. I think it's boring. I've driven through it so many times being from the Midwest, and every time I'm like, wow, I can't be here. But they do have one
Hurts
saving
me.
grace. They do have one
Mm.
saving grace. They have people that can be pretty nice, and one of the nicest people that I've ever met happened on a Kansas road trip. Um, we
On
were
a
driving
Kansas
through
road trip.
Kansas. We were driving through Kansas. We were going to Denver, and so we went through Kansas City to hang out with some people, and then we went to go drive up to Denver, which you have to go through Kansas to get to from Illinois. And so
That's a fat drive.
big drive from Illinois to Denver. It was like 10 or 12 hours. But I don't know what it is about people in the Midwest. Like we just drive places. We don't get on planes. We just drive. And so we're like, oh, 6 hour drive, 1 hour flight, get in the car. So we so we drive to Denver and we stop and get like fast food somewhere. And my sister, she left her phone at this McDonald's in Kansas, like just like left it. And this was like a truck stop McDonald's. Like this was
Oh,
just bad,
no.
and nobody noticed until we're driving, and my sister was like pretty young at the time, like she wasn't like glued to her phone, and so like it was really just there for like if we needed to whatever contact her at school. And so she didn't notice because she's like on the iPad. And then like maybe an hour after we were at this McDonald's, we get a call from my sister. We get a call from my sister, but she's in the car, and I'm like, who the fuck, who's calling us from your phone? My dad answers, local Kansas man. Hey,
Wow.
I found this phone, and I mean, I just called the one that said dad, and we were like, oh my god. And he's like, I got it for you here at the truck stop. So we had to flip around, drive another hour back, go grab the phone. We lost a whole hour of travel, but this guy was a nice guy. We bought him a mac chicken when we got there for his trouble
Fuck yeah.
for hanging out at the
It's the
truck stop
least you could do.
for an hour just waiting. He couldn't have been happier to give us this phone. He was like, y'all lost the phone? Here it is. I got you. Yep. No worries. So the good Midwest people of Kansas, I don't hate you. I just find your state to be very boring. And
Mm.
every time I drive through it, I find myself feeling really sad. So
Mm.
I can only hope that Travis Kelsey feels the same way and retires and goes off
Before
into the
that,
sunset.
I have two things I love about this story.
Yes, go on.
One, I do love the people that are genuinely just like excited to help. and they get
Yes.
so just happy whenever that moment happens.
That
Because you
made
know those
his
kind of
day.
people. You know those kind of people. Because there's
Yes.
those kind of people at like jobs too. Like you go in someplace often, and there's just this one person that's always happy. And you're like, how
Yeah.
the fuck are you happy?
He's like, you want me to make you a coffee? Of
Yeah.
course I will. I love
Oh,
doing
right
that.
now. Yeah. Um, and then two, why don't you just get it on the way back? Have someone leave it in the truck stop. Be like, hey, this is for this person.
Honestly, my family isn't very good under pressure. And so
Mm.
when the pressure of the moment hit, and I remember my dad just flipping around on the median of the highway, like not like
Yeah.
fast, but like waiting until like a cop, like whenever you're on one of those like flat Kansas highways, there's like little cop areas. He just
Mm-hmm.
flipped around in one of those illegally. And
Nice.
I love my family, but under pressure, they just kind of like, they blink. Like, whenever coaches are like, we didn't blink. My parents blink right away. Right away, they blink under pressure. And so, um, and I've inherited some of that too. Like I'm decent under pressure. I'm a little better than them, but sometimes I do blink. I won't lie. So
I feel like you're pretty good.
definitely better than my dad in that moment where he just, as soon as this man told him that he had Sophia's phone, it was just off to the races. We're going back to Kansas. Um,
I feel like in certain situations you're good with like the talking portion, but I don't know if I've seen you enough in action to like do the physical.
I think it depends on the situation, um, but I'm not as I don't blink quickly. But if it's a situation where I know we might be fucked, I will blink and I will fold.
Okay. Okay.
So it's when
That's good to know.
I know my limits. I know my limits. One last thing on Kansas. Did the people of Kansas realize that if you just drive like a couple hours north, it's fucking Denver? Like you can live somewhere better. It's right there. There's mountains and like
What's north?
streams and no, Kansas is north. Colorado's right there. Like so Kansas is south of Colorado. And I'm saying if you
Oh,
live in Kansas, if you just drive 2 hours north, you're in Colorado, dude. Like, why are you still in Kansas? You could go live in Colorado.
I need to see where Kansas is on the map.
Isn't it just if it's
But
not,
I don't
then
know.
I'm dumb.
I don't know if you're
Because I've
right.
been there a
Yeah.
lot, so now I'm scared.
Okay. It's to the west,
Okay. If you just
not
drive
north. I think
okay.
north is Nebraska.
Oh yeah. Okay. Just drive a little bit west. Sorry about that. Just drive a little bit west and you'll go to Denver. And I know you don't like Kansas a lot, so you probably haven't seen Denver, but when you see it, you'll understand what I mean. So that's
I
how I
feel like
feel
that's kind
about
of a
that.
fat drive for them because that's like the length of the state.
No,
Do you
just do
think
it.
like
It's okay.
western Kansas is cool? It could
No,
be.
I've been
Oh,
in
it's
Western
not.
Kansas. It's not
Okay.
because I've done that drive through Kansas to Denver,
That's kind of crazy to think about. That Kansas is right next to Colorado.
and so different. Yep. But
Okay, well,
that's that.
there's your geography lesson.
Geography, we just learned that together. Um,
And Kansas is
Kansas.
shit.
So Kansas is going to have the Chiefs, but it's really not that big of a change because it's still in Kansas City. So there's that.
And the Chiefs are gonna be ass.
By
So
2031, they
bad.
might be ass.
31, really?
That's when it's going to open, apparently.
Oh. I'm
Yeah.
saying next year they might be ass as
Oh,
well.
yeah. We could do like a little eulogy for the Chiefs. Rough year. I did like that they started Oladokin yesterday. I just like that name.
Yeah, good
That's
for that guy.
that's a good name, Oladokin.
He gives me
Um,
like Ben Johnson vibes.
he gives me like Seneca Wallace vibes,
Ooh.
where
Like
you're like,
Charlie
whoa,
Batch vibes.
yeah, yeah,
Whoa.
where you're
Like
like,
Ryan, like the previous Ryan Fitzmagic vibes.
mm, more like Ryan Mallett.
Like Mitch Trubisky.
No, he's worse than Mitch. Um, Mitch is like in a pinch. If the Bills needed Mitch to play one game against like the Titans, they'd win. They'd win. You don't think so?
You've never had to watch Mitch Trubisky as your own
Well, I have.
quarterback.
My mom is a Bears fan. Remember,
Okay, but
I've had
you're
to
not
watch
a
a lot of
Bears fan.
Mitch. I've had to
Yeah,
watch
but
a lot of
that
Mitch.
was prime Mitch though.
One of those years was prime Mitch when they had the double.
What a sad year.
Yeah, they were good that year. Speaking of playoffs and being disappointed in the playoffs, I think it's a good time since most of the spots are clinched. There's a lot of just seeding and couple things that might come down to week 18, but it's pretty slim. Most of the field is pretty much being set in the AFC and the NFC. So I wanted to talk about the teams that we think are going to really disappoint us in the playoffs, and the teams that we think that we feel very confident in to make a run, and potentially get to the Super Bowl. We could do this either just kind of rattling them off, or we could draft the teams back and forth and do a draft. Okay, let's draft. You can go. You can go first. This is off the cuff. You can go first. So
I don't know if I want to go first.
Okay, I can go first. That's fine. So let's name the teams. I'll name the teams in the AFC and the NFC that we're drafting from. So, and I'm going to go down by seeding right now. So
Wait,
AFC.
Are you putting like Bucks / Panthers?
I'm going to put Bucks / Panthers, and then I'm going to put Steelers / Ravens, even though it's really going to be the Steelers. I mean, it would have to take a lot for that to happen. Let's just do Steelers, and then if it ends up being the Ravens, we can reevaluate.
I feel like if it's either team, it's going to be about the same trajectory.
Yeah, and then I'm going to just assume in the AFC that the Texans are in over the Colts, just given the Colts are dead. So sorry to the Colts fans, but they're dead. So for the AFC, I'm going to name the teams, and then the NFC, I'm going to name the teams, and then we can start the draft. So AFC by seed right now goes Broncos, Patriots, Jaguars, Steelers, Chargers, Bills, Texans. NFC by seed goes Seahawks, Bears, Eagles, Panthers / Bucks, Niners, Rams, Packers. So that's what we're looking at the seeding right now, on the 26th. Right now on the 26th of December. So I'll go first, and then you can go after me. I'm gonna take. This hurts me a little bit as a Seahawks fan, but I'm gonna take the Rams.
Holy shit! I thought you were gonna take the Niners. I got scared.
No, I'm gonna take the Rams as like my first pick for just like my most confident that they have the ability to make a run to the Super Bowl, potentially win it. Out of the playoff teams right now, overall, I just think I've watched them a lot. Obviously, they played the Seahawks twice. I think we sort of outplayed them in the first game, but Sam just turned the ball over a ton. And then I think they outplayed us in the second game, but we just had something crazy happening in terms of like just sometimes there's just a weird magical night for a team, and we kind of had that 2-point conversion and some big plays down the stretch and just a big comeback. Weird things happen at Seattle home games sometimes. So, but I thought it worked out the way it should have, where we split because we both played well at times. I just think I've watched the Rams. I think they're the most complete team, especially when they get Devontae Adams back. So give me the Rams as my number one confidence pick in the draft to make a run.
God, that puts me in a tough spot. Not the one.
I mean, the NFC is much better than the AFC.
Yeah.
So I feel like the top of this draft is going to be a lot of NFC. But
I don't even know if I want to take an NFC team, but I kind of have to. But I kind of do. You got to think that someone from the AFC has to make it. So if you pick one of those teams,
that is true. Mathematically, they do have to.
I'm taking, just because I love the boy and I've rode with him all year.
Pass.
I'm taking the boy.
I know
Drake
it.
May.
Yeah. Are you worried at all about the schedule? That they've kind of, I mean, I know they just beat a Ravens team that was very motivated. But their schedule has just been so cupcake heavy. Are you worried about that going into the playoffs, or do you still feel like it's fine? They've learned how to win, and Drake May is ready to go.
I would say I think it's fine, just because I feel like they've proven that. I mean, yes, their schedule was shit, but I mean, I take that Bills win early pretty far, just because. I mean, are they going to match up against them right now?
I think it would be. They would be playing the Texans right now.
We would play the Bills. Fuck. Yeah.
I feel like we've seen that.
The Bills, I mean, they have. Yeah, I know. They have been looking like shit. I don't know. I'm just feeling the Pats. Feeling Drake.
Pats were up 21-0 on the Bills, and then it took like a Josh Allen comeback, Yeah. So I like that pick. And Drake May's been sensational. Every time he
I
throws
just
a
love
deep ball.
watching Drake, man. He is
Me too.
crazy. He
Me
is a
too.
good watch.
I'm a little mad that the Patriots like only had to wait like 5 years, like after Brady, to like have their like next like absolute stud.
Franchise.
But I do like watching him. Every time he throws a deep ball, I think it's gonna be perfectly placed, and then it usually is. So,
And I mean, he hasn't had the best targets all year. He hasn't had the
Stephon
best running.
Diggs,
He hasn't had the best
yeah,
running backs. I mean,
yep.
who's his second leading receiver? Hunter Henry.
I think it's Hunter Henry, and then when Trayvon Henderson plays, he can kind of be a receiver. Mac Hollins gets a lot of catches, more than you'd
That is
think.
true. I always forget about Mike Collins.
Can't forget about the guy wearing no shoes in the snow.
Big ass hair.
I like that pick. I like going AFC and sticking with them. I mean, that makes my next pick a
Super
little easy. I'm going Seahawks.
Have to.
I mean, homer pick, but also let's say they stay in the number one seed and they've got to play 2 games in Seattle. I just think they have such a good home field advantage whenever things are right in Seattle and people are excited about the team. And there's some weird voodoo that happens when the Seahawks are good at home. Like that comeback against the Rams reminded me a lot of the comeback against the Packers to make the Super Bowl in 2015, 2014. And when the Seahawks are winning, they just have a weird bit of luck on their side too. The big worry with them, like their defense is going to come to play. The offense is going to be ready to go as long as Sam isn't turning the ball over in a big spot. You know, he's going to have his turnovers. That's kind of just part of it. But if he's evening that out with the big chunk plays, then you kind of take it. But when he gets timid afterwards, that's when we lose. So
Yeah.
Seahawks, I think, have a really clear path. Their biggest challenger will be the Rams. So, and they have beaten them and outplayed them at times. So I'll take both of them. Seahawks and Rams. I feel pretty good about having them as my first 2 draft picks for the confidence draft here.
I like that. Especially, I wanted to take the Seahawks, but I feel like got to
ride
watch out
the
for the Seahawks. But yeah, the defense, other than obviously the last game, but your guys' defense has been really impressive this year. So
Yeah,
and just to top it
and
off with
we had
fucking
guys out.
JSN. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, at one point you guys were either the most hurt or the second most hurt team.
yeah, and we do a pretty good job plugging guys into the system with McDonald, but I think it was just mid-game we lost like a lot of our secondary in that Rams game, and they were already shredding us. So it was just like bad combo.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's an easy second pick. Actually not super easy, but I'm gonna take the Niners just after last
Good
game.
pick.
They look fucking crazy after last game, dude.
It's a good.
They're
pick.
having fun, and I mean, I don't want to publicly out you, but you did text me something.
No, I can say it. I'm
Okay, I was gonna say I can't.
trust tree of the pod listeners. I'm scared of the Niners. I'm scared of them in Week 18 because they could beat us and have the 1 seed. I keep hearing whispers that if they make like the conference championship or the Super Bowl, that Fred Warner would maybe come back. That's insane, by the way. He's like a mutant, like a superhuman.
Yeah.
The fact that they just keep doing this, like, I feel like Kyle Shanahan is like, okay, the defense stinks because they're all injured and they're really young. That's fine. I'll just get deeper into my bag on offense and I'll score 48. I don't care.
Every game.
And that's what's scary.
And their defense
them.
isn't even that bad, to be honest. They could be a lot worse than
They
what
could
they
be
are.
worse given all the injuries, for sure. Like what they've done with what they have is very impressive. And I hate the Niners more than any other team by far.
Yeah.
And they scare me. So, yeah, that's a good pick because I do feel like the NFC West has been the best division all year. I really feel like one of those teams is going to represent the NFC. So we'll see. Good pick. Very good pick.
Thank you.
Brock Purdy. I'm going to go. This might be a little early, but I'm going to go gimme Duval. Jags. Give me the Jags.
I hate Trevor Lawrence. You've been big on the Jags this year.
I have, and I thought they were the full of shit team, but I liked that I was on them because I was like, cool, I can bet them all year, and then I can fade them in the playoffs. That's how this works. I don't think they're the full of shit team. I think Liam Cohen has the offense working the way it should over the past 4 or 5 games, especially. I think it was up and down for most of the year. The defense has been really good, It's actually a similar story to the Seahawks where the defense is always going to come to play, but you just have to worry about Trevor Lawrence turning the ball over, similar to Sam Darnold.
Yep.
But he hasn't been turning it over the past 4 games, and they play really good complementary football. They have a good running game with Tootin and Etienne. I like ever since they got Jacoby Myers, that was like the missing piece. He can run like kind of those underneath and over the middle and in between routes, whereas now Brian Thomas is kind of just like a big hit, a big, down the field vertical threat, which I think is what he does best. And it's just like opened it up. Getting Brenton Strange back seems big. The defense
Mm-hmm.
is legit. And in a weak AFC where I kind of feel like it's up for grabs, if the Jags are at the 2 or 3 seed, like I don't know, I think they could make a little run. And they already beat the Broncos. I think they
They
could beat
beat
the
the
Patriots.
Chargers too. They
They
fucked
beat the
on the
brakes off
Chargers.
the Chargers.
Huh.
Um,
They just got to get through the Steelers.
the Steelers, the Texans, who they've beaten, but I just think that defensive line travels. And then Bills have Josh Allen, so that's a little scary. But I just like them in the AFC. I think it's just I like them better than the Broncos. I'll tell you that. So,
The Broncos. God damn.
so I'll take the Jags. So I've got Seahawks, Rams, Jags. You've got
And I have
Patriots, Niners, and now this is your third pick. You kind of have to go Broncos, I think.
no. God no. Fuck, dude.
Just kidding.
I'm on the fence of Bills and Packers. I still think the Packers got fuck.
No Micah.
I always forget. Okay, so you gotta bear with me because I'm still coming off of like being very out of touch with
being
the
in Bali.
sports world.
Well, Micah's
yeah,
out
I'm going,
for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's good to know. Yeah, I'm going Bills.
Okay.
Yeah, no one circles the wagon like
The Buffalo Bills. And Josh Allen is he's the Grim Reaper. I mean, you think he's dead. He's actually going to kill you. So
this is my thought. A playoff with Josh Allen but no Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
That's been his kryptonite every year. So
Yep.
He's got to prove it now.
What's crazy is that this is probably his best path to the Super Bowl with this version of the AFC, but this is the worst Bills team over the past 5 to 6 years. So it's like,
yeah,
it's really got to be all Josh for 3 straight games to get him there. But he's the only one capable of doing that, I feel like. So
yeah, it's really frustrating watching a Bills game, especially how they've been the past couple of years. It's like, okay, James Cook is going to break one off, then they're not going to do anything for 2 quarters. It's going to be a nail biter. Josh Allen rushing touchdown.
Yep. And James Cook is so good.
He's so good.
Every year I'm like, do I want to take James Cook in fantasy? No, that's boring. And then he just dominates, and I should have taken him. So, good pick. I think that's good value on the Bills because the Josh Allen factor, he could take that team anywhere. So, good pick. I'm going to do another weird pick. Give me the Eagles. Yeah. I know that they have all
coming from the person that has talked the most shit about the Eagles this year. I love it.
By far the most shit about the Eagles and about AJ Brown and all the drama and Sirianni. And then I watch them on Hard Knocks in season, and they just seem like they're fine. I don't know, but I know their last 2 wins have been against the Raiders and then Josh Johnson for a half. So I'm not really basing it off of that. I just think they still have one of the best rosters. It's basically the same roster from the Super Bowl team last year. And I do like that they've started to open up the offense more. It seems like it's clicking a little bit more. And the defense, I think, is up there when it's right and they're rolling with the Seahawks, with the Rams, with the Broncos, with the Jaguars, with the good defenses. And I just think if it breaks right for them, like right now they're the 3 seed. So that means that they would be playing the Rams. So that's a bad matchup. But if it breaks right for them and like it's a different team in that spot, like the Niners or
I think it would only be the Niners.
Yeah, the Packers can't really move into that spot. But if it's the Niners, I think they could beat the Niners, even though I think the Niners are scary. Just if it's the Eagles.
Could be the Seahawks.
Could be the Seahawks. In that case, I like the Seahawks in that matchup. But I just think the Eagles are good value here because even though they're in a tough spot in a tough NFC, they still have the pedigree and this basically the same team that won the Super Bowl last year. Give me the Eagles this late in the draft. I'll take them.
So if you guys got the first round bye, you would play the winner of the would it be the
It would just be the lowest seed. So like
Packers Bears?
either Packer, yeah. So if the Packers beat the Bears, we'd play them. If the Rams beat the Eagles, we'd play them. Um, that kind of thing.
Interesting. I don't know why I didn't know how that worked until now, but thank you for teaching me.
Gotta look at a bracket. Um, and then yeah, because it would be Niners would play, or sorry, the Panthers would play the Niners because they'd be the best wild card.
Makes sense.
So, so yeah, so the Eagles. I mean, this late in the draft, I'll take the value on them with how good their roster is. So, I do have a lot of NFC teams though. I gotta chill out.
Yeah, I'll take one from you. I'll take the Bears.
Ooh, the Bears.
I'm only
Caleb's number
taking
one supporter.
the Bears because they have some black magic voodoo shit going on. Their turnover differentials, I think, I don't know what it is now, but when they were playing the Steelers, it was like plus 24.
Yeah.
Cool. And the turnovers they got in that game, voodoo black magic shit. So I don't know what Caleb's zesty ass is doing in the long. I'm gonna take the Bears and their 1-2 punch with what the fuck Swift and God, I can't remember.
Manungai.
Yeah, Manungai. That's crazy. Good for them. Caleb also just can't get sacked, that dude. Before this we were saying that's like this was my analogy. It's prime Kyler Murray. But yeah.
He's so fast.
He's so fast. Defense is
He's
looking good.
It's kind of like a prime Kyler mixed with some of the like early Russell Wilson stuff where like you're like, dude, throw the ball. Oh my God, throw the ball. Oh, okay, he threw it. Good job. Like that kind of thing.
No, I agree. I love it. And yeah, they have weapons. I know Rome was being a bitch a couple weeks ago. I know it was his dad.
His dad's always got something to say.
Love DJ. Love Colston. What's the other one? Cole Kmet,
Colston Loveland, DJ Moore. I almost just said Keenan Allen. That was last year. He's on the Chargers. Rome. Luther Burden. So
Luther
they got
Burden,
weapons.
that's what it is. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, go Bears.
I like
good
that.
Defense. Their one DB is like one of my. I always remember him. Like
Johnson?
My favorite. No, right? It's like Wright Jr. I don't know. It's a good DB, slept on guy.
Yeah.
That's my analogy of the Bears right now.
I like the Bears pick. That's a good pick for this point in the draft. All right, this might be a little bit of another weird one, but give me the Texans. I know their road to the Super Bowl is tough because they're probably going to be the 7th seed and be on the road the whole time, or the 6th seed and still be on the road pretty much the whole time. But I just think that defense is so nasty, and they've turned it on enough offensively, and Stroud has looked better and better. I know last week was a weird one against the Raiders, but he has looked better and better. And I thought that was just a sleepwalking spot for them against the Raiders. I think they're going to take care of business against the Chargers and like maybe move themselves into the 5 or 6 seed. I just like them. I think they could make a run even on the road because that defensive line is just so good. Like,
it's crazy.
Would you blink if they went to Mile High and beat the Broncos? No, not at all.
Or the Jags. They already did it to the Jags.
Or the Jags, who I like the Jags and I picked them before them, but still, like the Texans are kind of that team that like
I'm just looking
nobody's going to want to see.
Their games this season. They beat the Niners.
Yep.
They lost to the Seahawks by 1 score. They dog-walked the Ravens. They lost to the Jags by 1 score in the first one. And then they lost to the Rams by 1 score.
Yeah, they were right in that Rams game. That was week 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in these games. I mean.
No, I know. They're like the team that nobody wants to see. Like they could beat anybody because of how good the defense is. Now Stroud could throw it to the other team 3 times, but the defense is so good it doesn't even matter.
Their only losses are to the NFC West, mostly entirely except the Cardinals, and then the Bucks and Broncos. Those are the Bucks teams.
Wasn't the Bucks like week 2?
Yeah,
that was when the Bucks were good. They stink now.
That was when Oh, that was the Baker game.
Yep. Yes.
That was when we thought we were gonna get MVP Baker.
Yeah. So that was like peak. I'd say peak Baker was like against the Seahawks this year when they beat us in Seattle. But
That
that
was
was
just
like
that
right.
one fan's fault.
Exactly. It was. Um, it always is. But I just like the Texans at this point, even though their road is tougher because I just think they can go anywhere and beat anybody with that team. So give me the
Yeah.
Texans.
So what? I got the Chargers or the Broncos or the Packers.
You got Chargers, Broncos, Packers, or Steelers, or Panthers slash Bucks.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is where it gets ugly. We
I'm
can
gonna go
just roll through
Steelers.
these. Good.
Um, Fuck, we'd probably play the Bills. I think we can beat the Bills. I'm not gonna lie. The game we had earlier this year, I think we can beat the Bills.
Yeah.
Because it got bad, but that was mostly towards the end, and we've kind of been showing that we can stop the run. Jameer Gibbs and Dave Montgomery. We held
Mm-hmm.
Jameer Gibbs to I think like 50. Did the same thing with Devon Achane. I don't know. They're figuring it out, and they did without T.J. Watt, so kind of crazy. Oh, Derrick Henry too. They held him to not very many yards. Their secondary's looking a lot better. The run game is established.
The defense is improving.
Aaron Rodgers has aura again.
He's getting it for sure. DK being suspended the last 2 games is tough, but
Okay, we never even talked about that, but as a Steelers fan, I knew that was gonna happen. It wasn't a matter of if, it was when. Same thing, George Pickens. I mean, I know George didn't do some shit like that, but you're gonna get every game or every other game, you're gonna get a 15-yard penalty on George Pickens. So it was kind of the same thing with that. I'm like, when is DK gonna get suspended for starting a fight?
as a Seahawks fan, I also knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, so I mean, it's good that it's in a position where we've essentially already clinched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be cool seeing. Playing at home, it's a tough.
You
place
get a home
to play.
playoff game, at least one home playoff game.
Yeah, but if it's Bills, I think we can do decently, but it still might be a dog walk. Really, just depends on the defense. I think the offense is going to show up. The offense has been showing up all year, so
it's weird to say that about a Steelers team. Like the offense will show up, but we don't know about the defense. That's like the opposite of the last 10 years. I feel like.
Yeah, I guess TJ's out again, so.
Which the defense has been better without him, which is weird.
Which is crazy because also Nick Herbig's out too, so our 2 best pass rushers are out.
Yeah, and you guys have.
So I don't know if they're just scheming for them. And Derek Harmon is a fucking.
Him being back has been big because I know he's out earlier in the year, right?
He's out for most of the year.
Yeah, so him being in there is big because it gives Hayward some breaks too,
and
right?
Yaya Black too, him getting thrown in there.
That's a
Jack
good name.
Sawyer.
God, Yaya is such a good name.
I think it's not Yaya, it's spelled Yaya. It's like Yaya, but I say Yaya.
Even cooler. Yeah, I like the Steelers at this point.
That's a picture I sent in our group chat of someone flipping off the camera. That's Yaya.
Yeah. I like the Steelers at this point in the draft because they're going to get at least one home playoff game. Give me the Broncos at this point. We're late. They are probably going to be the number 1 seed, so they only have to win 2 games at Mile High. Tough place to play. I don't think this team is very good. I understand they're 13-3, so they are their baseline. They are a good team, but they're not. Let's just put it this way: there's a reason they've gone this late in the draft. I would be actually surprised, even in a weak AFC, if they are representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. Mostly just the inconsistencies of Bo Nix, and quietly, the defense has been terrible over the past 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 6, 7. And so they've been terrible over that stretch. And I think people just think because they were good earlier in the year and they have a good pass rush, they're just like, oh yeah, they're still good. Not really. They're I think it's 26th in defensive EPA since.
They really haven't played really anyone too good compared to these other schedules. They've only had really 3 tests.
And Sean Payton and they failed the test against the Jags. So, yeah. And Sean Payton keeps doing weird things, like going for it at weird times. And like, I just think at some point he's going to do that in the wrong game. And it already has started to catch up a little bit. But I'm still taking them because it's late in the draft. If they are the number one seed, the path is there for them to make the Super Bowl. I just would be surprised, and that's why they're going this late. But I will take them at this point. So now
That
it's Chargers and either Panthers or Bucks. So I mean, this is a pretty easy pick, I feel like. But
What about Packers? Did one of us take the Packers?
oh, Packers! No, nobody's taking the Packers. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take. I'll take the Pack just because I
Yeah, that's the right pick.
have a bet on them, and it's not gonna hit, but I can hope.
That's the right pick. If Micah didn't get hurt, and if like any of their receivers could just stay on the field, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, like they just keep getting injured.
Yeah.
Tucker Kraft being out, and then now Jordan Love's out. Like they just are in a tough spot. And Jordan Love, I don't know if he's going to play this week with the concussion, but he might.
I mean,
But it seems like it's going to be Malik Willis probably.
then
Which
Malik Willis is
is
serviceable. He's a serviceable. He could be a starting quarterback for a team.
I was watching the Bears Packers game with my mom because I was in town still in town for the holidays. And when Malik Willis came in and started playing well, I mean, he's done that a lot with the Packers now. I looked at my dad and I was like, I kind of think Malik Willis is a starter. Like, not for the Packers because he's not as good as Jordan Love, but like for another team, like I was watching him, I was like, he's better than some of these quarterbacks I watch.
Yeah.
And I just think he's obviously learned a lot under LaFleur. So, but I like the Packers pick at this point. That's the right pick with what's left, even given all the injuries.
Hear me out. Cardinals. Malik Willis. Cardinals.
Ooh, I like that. I don't like that because I think then the Cardinals would maybe be okay, but I like that.
Yeah,
for them.
that's tough.
If I was a Cardinals fan, I like that.
That's tough.
And I like Kyler going somewhere new, so I like that. Good pick at this point in the draft for the Packers. If they could make a run, even though they're going to be banged up.
Yep. Kyler to the Browns.
Ew.
That's disgusting.
They just have like every overpaid quarterback. They just have Kyler, Deshaun, Shador. Which he's not overpaid, but like whatever.
He is. So. I guess he's technically overpaid because he's being paid.
I'll go. I'll leave the Panthers / Bucks to you. I'll take the Chargers. This is the last pick of my draft, so I don't think the Chargers are going to make the Super Bowl. They have too many injuries on the O-line, and I just think they're going to run into a team that can beat them. But there is a path. I mean, 5 seed, you could hypothetically see them making a run, but there's a reason they're going as the last pick out of the AFC. I think they're probably the lowest percent chance given the path and all the injury. I like Justin Herbert. I like Harbaugh. I like the run game, but the tackles being out and Herbert being banged up still, it would take a lot for that. I'd be really surprised if I was watching the Super Bowl and Justin Herbert was playing. I'd be very surprised. So,
yeah, I think any Oregon quarterback in the Super Bowl would be crazy, except Mariota.
Bo Nix, except for Mariota.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's crazy that you caught that. Because when I was hearing that whole game, Mariota.
Well, I was like, have I been saying it wrong? Chris Collinsworth, I trust you, but I was just like, Mariota. I was like, did Chris just get back from a Hawaiian vacation? What's happening?
Did Chris just have Chris just had a stroke.
Mariota. And then Tirico started doing it, and I was like, is Tirico doing it because he's doing it, or is Tirico correct? I don't know.
I'm just glad they didn't say 6'7" again.
Marcus Mariota. I just can't believe this guy.
When the announcers bring out 6'7", dude.
When I bring
it up,
do it, I want to throw up. So.
They try to do it so nonchalantly too. It's God.
The worst is whenever they go, "Oh, that wasn't on purpose," and you're like, "Okay, JJ Watt, it was definitely on purpose."
I just love it. You know who hasn't done it? Greg Olsen.
Because he's and you know who will never do it? Troy Aikman, the two goats. So I'll say this.
Do you think Joe Buck would?
he definitely would do it, but it would be funny when he does it because
Six
he's good at
seven.
that. Exactly, with his big head. You know who's quietly getting better is Tom Brady. Tom Brady was good during that Packers Bears game. Like
I like
he was
it.
actually good. Um, I like that he calls Burkhart KB. He'll be Caleb doing his best Steph Curry impression KB, and that gets me fired up. Um,
The what since you said it, the Romo when he's like describing a play and he's just like uh, 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 and you're like what the fuck?
dude, him on that Lions game, he'll be. You look here, Jim, and Rogers. Look what he's looking at. Uh, and and then he just goes. And
God.
you're like, thanks, Tony. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like,
No, that was by far one of the worst calls. But you know what I did love this Christmas? And you already know what I'm gonna say. Come on. We're
Matty
talking
Ice.
announcers, we're talking Christmas.
Oh, Harlan.
No. The Eagles. Both of them.
Well, Ian Eagle and Noah Eagle both on. Yeah, no, yeah, for sure,
Come
for
on.
sure.
I'm the biggest
I
Eagle
do.
fan here.
I always forget that you're in on the Eagles. You know what I don't like about Noah Eagle is that when they cut back to him, his hair is too like what is that? It looks like it was just suction cup to his head.
I love it that Ian, or is it Ian? Ian? I don't
Mm-hmm.
fucking know.
Ian
Like
Eagle.
he's just nonchalant about it. He has like an
Yep,
aura. But then Noah,
he does.
he's like trying so hard.
Noah's
Oh, it's
trying very
funny.
hard to like live up to the Iron Eagle, and I like that Noah gives a little like look to the camera every now and then, like this. Like he's like, yeah, listen to my partner go. He's just killing it right now. I know he's this guy. He's talking ball. Um, no, he was doing it, but I'll tell you what, dude, Kevin Harlan, he could make paint drying sound exciting. He comes back. I've said it before, but you give that guy an ad read, you best believe it's getting read, and you're gonna want to watch whatever he's talking about. He'll be
It's true.
60 minutes. Find out if Cheez-Its are giving you cancer after the game. And you're like, holy shit, I think I should watch 60 Minutes instead of Sunday Night Football. But all this stalling is just so you don't have to draft the Panthers or Bucks. But
I'll still
the
take him. I like Bryce. He's cute.
the he is cute. The prince that was promised, Bryce
Yeah,
Young.
I don't think the Bucks deserve it. They've been so up and down this year.
I kind of think they deserve it more than, or sorry, the Panthers deserve it more than the Bucks.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, the Bucks just like have been like, here, Panthers, please take it, please have it, and the Panthers are like,
literally.
what if we lost to Tyler Shuck? Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, might as well. God
Well, that
damn.
okay. So there's our draft. So I've got
Their last three losses have been such shit.
the Bucks. Yeah, they've been awful. The
I didn't even
Falcons,
realize that. Jesus. They
Falcons,
should have lost
Panthers.
to the Cardinals.
Yeah. So
They
their
should
last two
be on a
losses,
7-game heater right now
it's
of
Falcons,
losing.
Panthers, and then who else they lose to?
Saints.
Oh, gross, dude. Tyler Shuck has been just like wreaking havoc.
I
I
have
kind of
seen
think the
that
Saints are set.
with Shuck. You know what's crazy? The Steelers were supposed to draft Shuck.
Well, that would have been good.
Yeah, I've been
Knowing
hearing
what we
that a
know now,
lot
he's
in Steelers
now
lore.
that now that Shuck is playing well, the Steelers are like, you know that we were going to have that guy. He was going to be ours. We thought about it. We really did. Um,
No, I forgot who it
that's like the
was.
fucking
Oh,
money.
it was Jerry. It was fucking Jerry. Jerry's talking with Gruden,
Jersey
and
Jerry.
apparently someone from the staff was asking was asking Gruden about like the quarterback class, and Gruden said this before on other podcasts, but he's like, "Well,
Yeah.
Howard's the guy," and then
Oh my god.
and then Jerry was talking to Gruden after, and then Gruden just pretty much outed the Steelers and was like, "Yeah, the Steelers want Shuck." So then Jerry went to this draft thinking like they were gonna get a new quarterback and not
Shuck.
Will Howard, and
It's Shuck time.
because they were like, okay, it's either gonna be Dart or Shadussi, and they were like, Jersey Jerry the whole time. He's like, nope, I know who it is. It's not either one of them.
It's Shuck.
And then yeah, and then he just got torched by
I mean,
everyone on Twitter.
that's classic Jerry stuff.
I
Jerry
love Jerry.
Fragrance. Jerry. Um, that's classic. The Steelers and Yankees are very similar in that they will be like, "Oh yeah, that guy who's good now, dude. We talked to
Should
him
have
one
had him.
time. We
Should
thought
have.
about it. We did
And
think
they're
about
always
it.
in the news. It's like, oh, their contract's coming up. Could they go
And
there?
could they go? Could he be traded to the Yankees or the Steelers? Mm-hmm. We are wondering.
Probably
Um,
not.
Probably not. No, but
For
the
different
Saints though,
reasons.
I kind of think for different. I kind of think they're set. Like they should just go into next year with Shuck and just see what they can do because he's kind of electric.
Yeah, I agree.
He has no like regard for his own safety though.
No.
Very similar to Jackson Dart. You're like,
I
whoa,
feel like
dude,
he
hold
has
on,
a little bit more regard to Chris Olave's safety than Derek
which
Carr
is
did.
good. Which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek Carr tried to kill Chris Olave. I think
A
Chris
lot.
Olave could press charges and maybe win.
I agree.
But Derek Carr is a real man of faith, so he would figure out a way out of that. But like,
Yeah.
I
Is he
think
like a pastor? No?
he talks like one for sure.
Hmm.
I like that about him.
It's
But
weird that he looks like a 70s rock singer, though.
I like that he like basically was just like, you know what, I'll do the Saints a solid, and instead of making you pay me the rest of the money you owe me, I'll just retire, and then it goes away. That was a good move by him.
That was
He really
nice.
just looking out for them. But speaking of the
And
Raiders,
right before the season, too. So they had a good enough time.
we'll wait first. Before I do the Raiders, let me run through who I picked in the draft. So I have the Rams, the Seahawks, the Jags.
You have 4 in the AFC and 3 in the NFC.
I have Rams, Seahawks, Jags, Eagles, Chargers, Broncos, Texans. And you've got
I've got Bears, Bucks / Panthers, Niners, Packers, Patriots, Steelers, Bills.
all right. So we'll definitely keep track of that for sure. And we will definitely know who won that draft 100%. So, but the Raiders, speaking of Derek Carr, we got to hit on this Maxx Crosby story real quick before we head out. So they're openly tanking as they should. I mean, they're the worst team I've watched by far. The Titans are better than them. Even though they beat the Titans are better than them. And I think the Giants are better than them. We'll find out this weekend, though, for sure, when they play. But the Raiders are doing everything in their power to lose that game so that they don't lose that, so that they don't lose their pick, and so that the Giants can get another win. They told Maxx Crosby that he's going to have to sit because he's been dealing with injuries all year and there's no reason to play through it anymore. But then Maxx Crosby apparently left the building after that, which is bringing Jake Glazer reported, it's bringing some questions to whether he'll stay in Vegas. Now, I kind of always thought of Max as like a Raider for life. Even if they stink, he just seems like he wants to stay. But it seems like, he was getting in a fight on the sideline. He's kind of just seems like he's hitting that point where he's like, man, I don't know if we're going to be good forever. It's going to be a long rebuild. I would selfishly like him to go somewhere where he can play in the playoffs. Like, the Condor in the playoffs, dude. Like, just imagine him somewhere out there, outside in the snow for the Bills or something.
Wow.
I don't know. Just like.
Really?
I don't know if.
What if he went to the Steelers?
For the Steelers, I don't care. He looks sick in that uniform.
That would be awesome.
All time.
See, we're doing it. Or at least I'm doing it.
Well, I think he'd be a sick Steeler. He'd be a sick Bill. I think he'd be. I don't want to see him on the Niners, but he'd be a sick Niner. A Bear? That's weird.
Patriot.
That's kind of sick. Just up there with the Pats.
Yeah.
The tats being covered by some sleeves.
God, I would say in division, but like any of those divisional teams would be boring.
Broncos, boring.
Broncos,
Chiefs,
Chargers,
boring.
Chiefs.
If he went to the Chargers, he would just immediately tear his ACL. That's just how that works.
I got one, I think, final answer. As much as I would hate it, but Ravens.
Ooh.
That would be sick.
He would look sick in the Ravens jersey.
And then him and Lamar could just listen to Kodak.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And Zay Flowers, and they could all get really big grills, and it would be sick.
Yeah.
I like this. I like
Final
Max
answer.
on the Ravens. Final answer. The Ravens don't really do stuff like that, but I'd be into it. But I just think it seems like he's in that mode, and the Raiders are not going to be good next year either. So
No.
who
I just
knows?
love that Tom Brady's like, you're not gonna play. He's like, no, I'm gonna play. And he's like, you're hurt. It's like, I'm not hurt. I'm like,
Oh, really? You're not hurt? I just punched you right in the face, and your nose is broken. Get the fuck out of my office.
and then and then he goes, Brock Bowers, you're hurt. It's like, I'm not hurt. I
Do you
think you're
think
gonna be
Tom?
hurt.
Think Tom does like a Jedi mind trick on them? Like Brock comes in and he's like, "Oh, Tom wants to meet with me sick," and he's like, "Brock, you just tore your knee up." And Brock's like, "Fuck, I'm limping."
He's like,
Oh my
not
god,
again. Ah, God
god
damn it.
damn it, I'm limping, dude. So
And
yeah,
then Gino walks in. He's like, I can't wait to sit this one out. And they're like,
boy, do we have news for you, Gino.
here's the
Um,
keys, Gino.
Gino's like, "Oh, we're tanking. I guess I have to sit." They're like, "No, actually, opposite.
He's
We
like, what
want
about
you."
Kenny?
They're like, "That's actually counterintuitive to what we're trying to do. We'd like you to keep going out." Genti's like, "Please let me sit." They're like,
No.
"No."
You gotta at least try to get rookie of the year.
They're like, we need to hang a banner that says Genti got Rookie of the Year behind the worst offensive line we've ever seen.
I don't even will he
Um,
even get rookie of the year or is it gonna be RJ?
wait, low key, isn't it gonna be who's the This is gonna sound dumb, but isn't there a receiver that's supposed to get it, or am I tripping right now? No, I'm
Young
gonna look at the live
receiver.
odds. Ibuka,
Yeah.
isn't it Ibuka, or is he
He hasn't
falling
been
off
playing
lately?
that he didn't play that well at the end of the season.
Sorry, Rookie of the Year odds. Oh, Tet,
Tez
Tet,
Johnson? Oh,
Tet
Ted.
McMillan.
Yeah, I thought you said Tez. I was like, Tez Johnson? Oh,
No, Tez. No, Tet is like the heavy favorite. I knew there was a receiver I was thinking of. It's like him, and then it's Shuck somehow. Um,
what?
yeah, Genti is like plus 4,000. Dude, Shadur is listed at like 40 to 1.
Well, I mean, realistically, it should have been Cam.
Yeah, Cam was
Or I mean,
good,
it could have
man.
been Dart.
It would have been Dart if he stayed healthy all year. Tet, Shuck, Ibuka, Travion are the top four, but it's like far and away going to be Tet. He's like minus 310.
But Quinshon too.
He just tore up his leg.
Could have been Quinshon.
Yeah,
Or
and he didn't
Dylan.
play early in the year. What about Harold Fan?
Hey, I've been meaning to say something about that.
Yes.
Biggest Harold fan right here. And you know what? He was right. And he's on a dog shit team.
On a dog shit team putting up numbers. Somebody free Harold.
Yeah. That guy's the
Free Harold.
next Mo Alley Cox.
Better. He's the next Gronk.
Oh shit.
No, just kidding.
He's the
not, but
next Brock Bowers.
he's the next David Njoku, even though they're on the same team.
I was about to say that, but I didn't know if it'd be done.
They're pretty close. No, they're like physically the same. They basically just were like, we liked having David Njoku. What if we just drafted him again? Okay, Harold Fan. Hello.
Hopefully he doesn't like fireworks.
Nope. Hopefully not. Well, I wanted to talk basketball, but honestly, that draft was so
It was
riveting
electric.
that we ended up, getting to our time here. So
Yeah.
we can talk basketball another time.
I need
Even
to
though I love basketball,
we could just hit a quick whatever. Quick what's on your mind?
Con Nipple's on my mind.
Okay.
The people don't really want to hear about the Hornets, but tune into a Hornets game one time. Maybe when there's no football on, just tune into a Hornets game. I don't care if they're playing the Magic or the Wizards, the Wizards. I don't care. Just watch Con go to work. And also, the Hornets have fun announcers. They have a fun guy announcing the games. He makes it fun. Today, he said Con Nipple is hotter than a fur coat in Phoenix in July after Con hit his third three. And I just liked that. I just liked that guy. So
Is
yeah,
is LaMelo playing?
he is, which is also
Wow.
fun for other reasons. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't
Miles?
love
Or is he
LaMelo.
still in prison?
Miles, unfortunately, still plays for them. That's something you could kind of block out of your head. And then Brandon Miller is playing pretty well too. I just like them. They're a fun young team. and they do have some criminals, Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges. I mean, that's always rough. But Khan kind of evens it out with his like wholesome goodness, and then Lamelo evens it out with his like just kind of being hilarious on the court, like for the comic relief. And he also sometimes he's just really good. Like sometimes you catch a Hornets game and you're like, does LaMelo have 35 and 10? What did I just watch? And then shout out to the one thing I'll say about the Christmas games. Most of the Christmas games were pretty good. That last game, the Denver and Minnesota game, was all time. Goes to OT. Minnesota goes on a run. It was like Anthony Edwards versus throwing haymakers with Jokic. Jokic ends up with like 50, 56, 16, and 15. Casual. He didn't even look like he cared.
He had 18 in OT too, right?
Yeah. So the OT, they were down
record.
9, and then he just went off. And then Anthony Edwards got thrown out. That's one thing he's got to work on, is just keeping his emotions in check. But he had 40. He went off, and he was great in the overtime until they lost. At the very end of the game, he got thrown out for getting his second tee.
Didn't he hit a game time 3 too?
That was to send it to OT, yeah. So fantastic. Just a great way to end Christmas watching that game. So shout out to Denver, and to just watching Jokic. If you just think like in your head, like, oh, well, he just does that all the time, it's boring. It's never boring. It's fantastic every time. And he single-handedly brought the quesarito back. So shout out to that too. Yeah, the quesarito's back as an apology to Jokic since he got drafted during a quesarito commercial.
Quesarito's like my favorite thing on the menu.
That's the only reason I would go to Taco Bell was a quesarito, and now it's back. So I might have to go to Taco Bell.
Came a long way since then. I don't really eat dairy, so
I don't really eat Taco Bell, but I might have to get a quesarito. But that's the NBA minute. That's the NBA minute right there. We'll get more into NBA when football's over, but just know I've been watching, and I still love hoops, and go Conca-Nipple.
I'll come back. I'll come back to the hoops. I was on it last year, but we'll get back on it. I feel like this is a good time to get back into it.
Get back into it.
Who won the NBA Cup? That's the real question.
The Knicks, the New York Knicks.
They actually won something.
Knicks. Yeah, they're not going to hang a banner though. I think they should.
Did they almost choke?
No.
Okay.
They played really well. And Big Purr. Shout out to Big Purr, man. He was excited.
How did OG play?
I don't remember OG in the game, so if that helps. It's tough for me because when the Spurs play, I pretty much only remember Dylan Harper and Wembanyama. I love Dylan Harper. So, and then Wembanyama just like is like an alien out there, so it's hard to keep your eyes off of what he's doing. But
why is he getting less minutes too?
He's come back from injury. They're watching it.
I did. I put a quick bet on him yesterday. Lost, and I was like,
yeah,
can't watch the NBA on Christmas.
Dylan Harper overs. Everybody just hear me out. Dylan Harper overs. They can't figure out how to price this guy. He's too good for the sports books.
Too good for the sports book.
Yep, he's too good. And you heard it straight from here.
And the Suns are making the playoffs.
Shout out Dylan Brooks. Shout out Devin Booker. Colin
Grayson Allen.
Led by Colin Gillespie, the GOAT.
And Mark Williams.
Yeah, somebody needs to call up Coach Bud and be like, hey, remember last year when Colin Gillespie was on the team and you never played him, and now he averages like 16 and 8?
Didn't you say you're a big Mark Williams guy?
I am, yeah. He's been playing pretty well. Still can't protect the rim somehow, even though he's huge, but
240.
Yeah, but he's a good rebounder.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the roster. Ooh, I've been really like the Dylan Brooks rage baiting. That's cool.
He's been fantastic, and it's fun to have him on your team rather than another team. And I like that he just is like, LeBron is my rival. Like, it's just kind of hilarious. So shout out to Dylan Brooks and shout out to the Suns.
It was so funny. Suns. Sorry, this can be the last thing. I just my Dylan Brooks take.
Yes.
This clip came up of him playing at Oregon during the tournament. And then I was like, it sparked like a memory. I was like, I remember this. Like, he was low-key good as fuck. And now in the NBA, he's just like pure bruiser. And I love it.
He is pure bruiser. But then sometimes you're like, wait, does Dylan Brooks have 25 points? What the fuck am I watching?
Strap a 3 like in someone's eyes?
He's all-time like watch the other team's bench when he makes a big three, they're like, "What the fuck?" He's like the all-time player for that. Where they're like, "Are you serious? This guy's gonna make threes now? Like,
There's got to be.
what
I
is
mean,
happening?"
I feel like the same thing with Dre. I feel like Dre would get more
Draymond.
of a reaction.
Draymond used to get that too. Now it's more just like, "Oh, look, Grandpa made a shot. Nice, good job, Draymond." But when he was in his prime, it was like, "Are you kidding me? Draymond's gonna make shots now? Like, what's
Imagine
happening?"
being like a Denver fan early in Jokic's career, and you just see you're like, oh fuck, like this is our franchise.
Dude, now every time he shoots like that though, now I'm like, that's wet. That's going.
Oh,
That's 100%
it's
going
so
in.
nice. He gets
It's
off the
so
floor about
money.
like that.
My favorite Jokic, and he did this to make a big shot, is when they think he's gonna pass and he gets the ball in the inbound, and he's at the elbow, and but like in the for a three,
And he's just
and he's doing this, and then they move a little too much, and he's like, "Oh, actually, wet."
straight into the shot.
Straight into his little pedal. Shout out Jokic. Um,
Need
well,
to
that's the
watch him.
NBA minute. That's the NBA minute right there. Watch some basketball. Take some
Watch some
time off from
Jokic.
football. Watch some hoops. Well, we'll be back to react. We'll be back on a more normal schedule now that Turner's done touring the world.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
Later.